Is it close enough? Is it reasonable? I feel really far away. Also, a little side note, this happens to be a fun place for our kids to play on for the short time that we've had it. Hi everyone, welcome to the Dairy Dialogue this week. I'm David Volleman. Again, one of the partners here. I'm mainly on the farm side with the cows. One of the cool new additions we've added this year was a biodigester along with the manure system to feed it. And what that really means is essentially we are recycling our sand, we are separating our manure, and then we're collecting the gas off of that manure, the methane, and cleaning it, and it's going into the natural gas pipeline system. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what that looks like today. First off, our first stop today, we are at our sand lane and our manure collection pit. So over here on my right, that is where all the manure from the whole dairy will come together right here at this manure pit. And then it runs down this sand lane below me here. Then we take the sand out every day, and that's what you see, all these piles of sand behind me. That's all sand that we've recycled here at the farm and that we then use for the cows to lay on. So it's been working really great so far, the sand lane part. Next, we're going to walk over and we're going to go to our manure separation. All right, so now we're over onto our manure collection. So the water has flown through our sand lane where the sand is heavier and it's settled out. So technically at this point, there should just be manure. There's probably a little bit of sand left, but mainly it's the manure solid. And in these basins behind me, you see the water flowing into these basins. So the water will flow into these, and then the bigger particles will float, and they will kind of be held back by the fact that on the far side, maybe you can see it on the far side, there's a grating system. So that grates, lets the water through, and it holds the solids back. So these big manure solids, all of this will be kind of held here. We then scrape it out on the sides here so it can dry a little bit. Then we haul it off to our fields, and that's fertilizer for future crops. So it's really great at holding in moisture, great nutrients for the soil. So it's just a really great soil amendment. So that's what we do with the manure. And then the liquid flows to the far end, all the way in the back. You see a big black thing. That's where the liquid's flowing, and we're going to walk over there next, and I will talk about the covered lagoon part. All right, so we've just walked over to the covered lagoon part. So all the liquid manure after the settling basins comes into this big lagoon that I'm actually standing on right now. And the liquid comes in right here over to my right. It kind of flows through here and it goes back out. And then we use that to irrigate our fields. So that's also fertilizer that's used back on the field. In the time it's in here, for say about the 2 months that it spends in this covered lagoon, it generates methane gas, the bacteria do. That methane gas is very similar to natural gas that's in the gas pipeline system. And so that gas comes to the top, it's collected, it's held in by this plastic tarp that I'm standing on and bouncing on right now. And then it will, it's sent to our gas cleanup equipment. So that'll be the next stop we go to. All right, so we've just turned around, and right here next to the covered lagoon, this is where our gas cleanup equipment is. So in simple terms, what goes on here, or reasonably simple terms, I guess, on the far side there, the gas comes in. The first things we have are some water traps that take the water out of the gas. The next step would be some tanks that have carbon media to get the sulfur out of the gas. And then all of this equipment on the right side here, that's essentially sending the gas through some filters to get any other impurities that wouldn't normally be in the gas. Yeah, like I said, like we would use in our homes to cook with or anything like that. So those impurities are all taken out on this side here, and then the gas goes through a pipeline and into the state's pipeline system. Well, everyone, thank you all for watching our Dairy Dialogue this week. I hope you all enjoyed it, and stay tuned for the next one.